everybody. Let's do this. Here we go!
Hello Mouseketeers, welcome to Mondays with Mickey. My name is Mike Nicky and I am your host, and this week we're going to take a kind of an in-depth look at magic bands. Now, if you hear some noise in the background, that would be my son, Epic Franklin over here. He decided he was going to have him a sandwich and play on YouTube while I was doing this. So bear with me if you hear his munching or his plastic or his paper plate or whatever. But
sorry in advance.
He's apologizing. So anyway, this week we're going to talk about magic bands. With our trip coming up at the end of this week, I thought this was a great opportunity to talk about magic bands, how they work, talk about the differences between the Magic Band 1.0 and the 2.0, kind of show you an unboxing on how 2.0 comes in, and we'll go from there. So let's start off with that whole 1.0, 2.0 thing. So you're probably wondering, hey, what's the difference between 1.0 and 2.0? Aren't they all magic bands? Yes, they are. They're all magic bands, but when Disney first released them, they released the 1.0 Magic Band, the original Magic Band. A few years later, they saw some kinks in the original Magic Band, and they released a updated version of the Magic Band, a new style. And it has some more features. I'm going to show you some of the differences between the two. But first things first, I'm going to kind of do an unboxing of the original, and then I'll show you the new ones and what kind of comes with the new ones. Now, bear with me on the original, because the original, although I still have the box that came in and the bands, some of the extra stuff that came in it isn't there anymore. Only because we went on a trip years ago, and some of it's kind of gotten shuffled away. One of the things that comes with magic bands is your luggage tags. Well, those have been taken out. They were put on actual luggage. I think some of them have been separated, and if you'll give me a moment, I'll get Frank to grab one for me when he comes back, because he's going to get a drink. But I'll start with the original Magic Bands. Now, the original Magic Bands 1.0, they came in just a big brown box, and this box was inside it. Okay? It's got the Incredibles, this is Incredible here, the Magic Band logo, and all that good jazz. Inside, you have the Magic Bands. Now, a little bit about these Magic Bands. Let me go up a little higher. There we go. A little bit about these Magic Bands. You can see that they're all kind of decorated. They did not come decorated. They just had the basic colors. We decorated these after the fact. So let me actually I'll just go and pull them closer. You can see that the Magic Bands themselves have the name of the person and the band that goes with the person. Frank, now when you drop your drink, can you grab me one of the luggage tags there off that table? You'll see them right there behind the pens. There we go. Anyway, we're just flying with this, guys. Sorry. Normally it's a little more polished, but we're just kind of going with it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I'll show them this in just a second. So anyway, the box came. You had the band, the name, and you just had these basic colors. This is mine. This was my wife's, my son, Franklin, and our daughter, Natalie. And what we did, I'll take the boys out. Take the boys out and show you the boys.
Yeah.
Franklin, what he did was he kind of painted a makeshift Wally onto there. So what he did was he painted the color he wanted, however he wanted it to look, colors, shapes, whatever. In this case, Wally. He painted it, and then we went back over that paint with clear nail polish. And that clear nail polish acts as kind of a sealant to keep it from getting washed off or pushed off. So he did that with his. With mine has taken a beating over time, but I did temporary tattoos. You got a stormtrooper there. That was a Imperial symbol. And what this was, I couldn't even tell you anymore. It's long since worn off. And the problem with mine...
I remember what it was.
What was it, Frank?
It was actually Han Solo on carbonate.
You're right, it was. Actually, I can see a little bit now that you mention it. So anyway, the point is, we went back over it with nail polish. Now, after the fact, because so much of mine was covered in nail polish, I'm not sure you'll be able to see it in the video. Let me see if I can get close enough so you can see it. You can see those cracks. That's from the nail polish just cracking over time. And these things are rubbery, they bend. So, it cracks over time. But I'm going to show you kind of the inside here. I'm going to cover up some details, but I'll show you it. See, inside, I had Daddy on my Magic Band, and it has your code. We're just going to play it safe. I don't trust every one of y'all, but my wife would have my throat if I'm showing you codes that led to her accounts and things like that. So, inside the Magic Band has your name and your account information, or your the number associated with the band in your account. One interesting thing about Magic Bands, and my son didn't have to do it in this previous trip because he wasn't so young that he needed a smaller band, but if you see, these bands have that blue center, have the colored center, but that gray outline. Along here, if you look closely, you can see it there on the inside, and you can see it definitely on the outside. The colored part actually peels away. So if you need a smaller Magic Band, if this thing's just too big and you don't want to roll it all the way up tight, you can actually remove the outside and make a naturally smaller Magic Band. Now that's great for a younger kid, but the downside to that being that, say you keep that Magic Band for a long time, and your kid really likes it, when they get older, that band's not going to fit anymore. They're going to have to upgrade. So that's Magic Band 1.0. Along with it came a guide talking about all the things, all the special extras you get and things like that. It also came with luggage tags. See, it was a pretty cool luggage tag that year. Now they've changed it a little bit. That was Magic Band 1.0. Now I'm going to show you the unboxing for 2.0, the ones we just got, and I'm going to compare and contrast a couple things. So next up is 2.0. So it comes like this. In this box, I've kind of marked out our address. I don't care if you know my name, because my name is in everything we do. So here's how it comes, right? Ta-da! You open it up. Now here's a big departure from Magic Band 1.0 and 2.0. Like I said, this box... Oh, and by the way, inside the 1.0 box, it shows how to break down your Magic Band to a smaller Magic Band. But, like I said, with 1.0, it came in an outside box. This was inside a box. Whereas this is the box. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these out. These are a little harder to get out than the 1.0s. A little more difficult because it's a smaller box. The features are not as user-friendly. But like, I pull this out of the center, like the original holder, you can see where it's got the names that associate with the different bands. And one thing I'm going to show you, I have a blue band again this year. Let me show you the difference in size in these bands. In fact, there's the center. So yeah, this band is bigger. This band is bigger than this band. One of the biggest differences, and they still have the name on the inside. I'm going to show you that. Cover up the important information. Say, Daddy. I put Daddy on mine, and all that. So, but this is how the band is. It's more like a watch. And if you'll see on this thing, this puck here in the center, that is what the Magic Band's all about. That's how it works. So this puck touches up against all the tap points to get into parks. This puck is what matters. Now, with the upgrade from this to this, is that this puck is removable. So put my finger back over here again. You'll see there's a screw there. and there's a screw there. You unscrew it, pops out, and they have other options. There's like keychain things you can put it on there. You can attach it to your lanyard or whatever. At the end of the day, the puck is what matters. That's what contains all your information. That's what links you to My Disney Experience and all that jazz. Like the previous Magic Bands, they do give you the same option of being able to shrink your band down. So that's a nice continuation of that. On the inside of this, I'm not going to take all the Magic Bands off. You'll see on the inside, well, it's not really showing, but on the inside it has how to remove the puck, and it has how to make the band smaller, just like it does on the inside of the box on the 1.0s. So that's kind of the basics of 1.0, 2.0, and so on and so forth. Let me show you some of the other stuff that came with the Magic Bands this trip around, and working on it. Start with, how about we do the luggage tags? Now, the luggage tags, I told you about the first one. This was the one from my previous trip. Okay, this strap, by the way, does come with these new luggage tags. They're actually inside the center of this little box thing, so they're easier to find. They're easy to find. So that's this one, right? Now, all our luggage tags for 1.0 were the same luggage tag. They all looked exactly the same. This time, not so much. It's based off of the color of your Magic Band. My son and I both got blue, so we both got Donald Duck, the blue, to go with our blue Magic Band. My wife got purple. She got Minnie and Mickey. Now, here's the interesting thing. If you're not sure whose is whose, they are color-coded on the back. So purple for my wife, blue for my son and I. So it's kind of cool. It's a little different look. This is the new, if you look at these, this is the new style of animation that they're doing for the Mickey Mouse shorts. And they're also going to be doing that same style animation for Mickey's Runaway Railway. So that's kind of cool. Alright, and the next thing I'm going to show you is the Magical Extras card. You know, you get this tab, and here it says, you know, thank you. And inside it has this Magical Extras card. It's all shiny, yeah. What this offers you during the time frame of your trip, offers you some freebies and some discounts and some of the stuff on Walt Disney World, encouraging you to check out some of the other stuff on property other than just the parks. Okay? Other stuff it gives you that comes with information, has a little informational booklet right here on what you can do with your Magic Bands and how they work and all that. But like I promised you, this is not just going to be an unboxing of Magic Bands. This is going to be kind of a informational session about Magic Bands and how they work. Now, let's take a quick moment. I'm going to talk about your first checking in to, you know, a park, going to Walt Disney World, going to Magic Kingdom, for example. You know, you got your Magic Band on, like so, right? And you walk up to the touch point. Well, what do? Well, the first time you enter a park with your Magic Band, you basically have to register your Magic Band in their system. So, I always use this arm. Just for me, you can use this arm. Doesn't matter which one you want to use, but use the same arm because, or you're going to do it the same way every time. So one thing you do is you tap your Magic Band to the little tap thing, and the next thing you do, whatever finger you choose, is the finger you're going to use from now on, because every fingerprint's unique. It's different. So what I usually do is I tap this to the little tap point, and right next to it is a little pedestal where you put your finger on. So you finger, yeah. So tap, and then you put your finger on it, register your fingerprint, and it says, yes, this human being is registered to this, and this person has a ticket. And it lets you into the Magic Kingdom. Now, the rest of your day at the park, you don't have to do the finger touch, you just have to tap your band. So if you have a fast pass, you tap it to the tap point, and it'll let you through. This acts as your ticket, your room key, your dining card, if you want to charge something to your room, everything goes back to this Magic Band. This Magic Band is associated with you. Disney knows where you are in the park at all times with this Magic Band. So if you're riding a ride that has ride photos or ride videos, they know who you are. And the ride photos and stuff automatically associate with your account because they know where you are at all times. So you'll get on your My Disney Experience and you'll look at your photo pass and, wow, I got all this stuff. How'd they know? Well, they know where you are. So that's how this works. So take a quick second. I'm going to break off. Last time I was at Walt Disney World, when I was using this one, I took a couple quick videos. The first one's going to be how you tap to come into a park for the first time. All right. The next two will show you how you tap to go on a Fast Pass. And the third one is just a quick look at a Fast Pass kiosk and how they work. So take a look at that and we'll be right back.
More.
All right. I know they're real short. They weren't super informative, but let me kind of run through and talk to you about those a little bit. All right. So we just talked about how you tap to come in for the first time. With Fast Passes, you get on your phone, on your My Disney Experience account. You've got your Fast Passes all set up, and so you got your first 3 for the day. You go through. Time for your Fast Pass. Click it. You get to go through. And if you're not sure how Fast Pass works, basically, you're setting up a time that you're going to come to the ride. You usually have an hour window. So say it could be 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And usually they give you a kind of a 10-minute window there or on the ends of it. But your time is an hour window. You show up, you go, you do your ride. Poof. Little no wait rather than waiting in a line. It's great. They give you 3, especially if you're booking events. They give you 3. All right. Once those 3 are gone, you can book another one. You get on your phone, or you can go to that Fast Pass kiosk that you saw in the video. You can log in. Excuse my son, who felt the need to burp.
Sorry.
You can log in. There you got me coughing. You can log in to the phone or the kiosk, and you can book another Fast Pass. Once that Fast Pass is used, say you go immediately to Spaceship Earth, and you ride Spaceship Earth. Fast Pass is gone. You've tapped in. You can get on your phone again, schedule another Fast Pass. The initial 3 is what you're given. After that, you can only have 1 at a time. So if you're smart and you're on your phone or you're going straight to that kiosk, you can get Fast Pass after Fast Pass after Fast Pass rather than having to wait in the lines. So that is how that works in those videos. You saw we just walked up, we tapped it because we're in our time frame. You tap it, it circles, turns green, says, hey, yeah, you're good to go. If it doesn't turn green, then you can talk to a cast member. You could be outside your time frame or something could have gone wrong. A lot of people I know, what they'll do is they'll take a screenshot of their Fast Pass reservations just in case something goes wonky in this. Doesn't happen so often anymore, but it used to happen. So one thing to keep in mind, that's an option. So Magic Bands, in summary, they are your ticket, they're your room key, they're everything. Now on My Disney Experience, they have a new option for your rooms where you can unlock your room with your phone in case for some reason you're not wearing this. Don't know why you wouldn't be, but it gives you that option. I don't know if you leave your Magic Band in the room, you go to get some drinks, oh, wait a minute, I forgot my band. Your phone, most people don't forget their phone. That'll get you in. Or if you just feel like playing with your phone. And it's an option too. So they are your room key. Like I said, they access your room in every way. So, you know, if a lot of times when people check into a resort, the resort will give them sometimes a credit balance of what they can charge to the room. And as long as you pay that balance off by the end of the trip, they won't charge the card that's on file. And, you know, that's an option. So if you don't want to carry your credit card or whatever into the parks, you just want to carry the Magic Band, know that you have whatever the limit they're going to tell you when you check in is. And, you know, you can charge stuff to your room and then just, you know, come back and pay it off at the hotel. That's usually what we did. Like whenever we would have, you know, tips we needed to do outside of our dining plan, that's how we did it. So that's kind of the deal with Magic Bands. They're glorified tickets, room keys. You know, they give you the option to purchase stuff. They link you to all your photos and such. You know, whenever you do a magic shot or you visit a PhotoPass photographer, they'll have you tap your band and they'll associate their pictures with the picture you just took with your account. So honestly, they're an extreme convenience at Walt Disney World Resort. And you know, you get to choose from certain colors. They give you a list of colors you can choose. You're not married to these. If you go to the parks and you see a retail magic band, maybe you see the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party magic band or a Star Wars magic band, Sorcerer Mickey magic band, you really want those, you can purchase them. And then what you can do is you can have the cast member associate that magic band with your account. Or you can go in and link it to your account yourself and use that magic band instead. Or again, you can take these pucks out and put them in something else and use it, as long as that puck stays active. So you're not married to the basic colors they give you, but they give you an option to choose of these basic colors initially. If you don't choose a color initially, like you're supposed to, or put your name on it, they're going to give you a basic gray band. So unless you love gray, get in there and pick it. So magic bands are really simple. They're not rocket science. I know it throws a lot of people off. I know Disneyland's very adamant about the people there not really wanting to deal with magic bands, but those who've dealt with them and have seen the convenience of them have found them to be really, really helpful. So for us, for example, we are registered to, you know, we have our room set up and all that. Check-in's not till 3 o'clock at the hotel, but our tickets and everything are available starting that day. So we can get in early. We can drop our bags off the hotel, say, hey, when our room's ready, please send it to our room. And we can go off to the parks, and then we'll get a text saying, hey, look, your room's ready. And we may not even see our room until we've already had a full day of fun. And we just go up, tap our room, and go straight in. You can actually avoid the front desk if you want to avoid the front desk. So magic bands are a great addition, in my opinion, to Walt Disney World. And, you know, Walt Disney World definitely likes to talk about how great of an addition it is. But I hope this has helped and, you know, demystified some things a little bit with magic bands, you know. Remember, this is 1.0, and I actually have Mickey upside down. I'm sorry, this is 2.0, and this is 1.0. You can see, you know, a little bit of difference. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about magic bands, I had a limited amount of time I could talk on this, so, you know, I'm sure there's bits and pieces or questions you might have. Feel free to, you know, shoot me a comment in the comments below. I'll be happy. I will respond happily and answer any questions I possibly can. You know, one thing to note: we're getting ready to leave. All right, so it might be a few weeks before you guys see another video, because when we get back from the trip, obviously I'm not going to release a video while we're on the trip, and when we get back from the trip, I'm going to be compiling a ton of footage, so it might be a week or two before we get a video out. That said, I do put out a picture every day on my Instagram. It's michael.knigge over on Instagram. My last name's Knigge. Feel free to hit me up on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook. We put a picture every day, a Disney picture every single day up. So I'm available if you have questions or you just want to check out some cool Disney pictures. And I'm sure we'll probably post some stuff as we're going through the parks on all of our social media. So please feel free to check us out. Please feel free to subscribe. You know, a like on the video would be fantastic. That kind of thing helps us out. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to leave you as I leave you every single week. I hope we never lose sight of one thing. This was all started by a mouse. Once again, thank you very much for taking the time to watch my ugly mug, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much, and bye.